Hey Leo, welcome to your spirit messages for mid-May to mid-June. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. We're going to be pulling out 3 cards from the tarot, and then we're diving deep primarily into the oracle cards. If you have never been here before for a spirit message, please know that they are slightly different than the traditional tarots, the monthlies, and the weeklies that I put up on the channel. And the reason for this is that spirit messages are messages from your higher self, from spirit, from the 5th dimension. And I am channeling often directly when I'm doing these readings. And these messages are meant to be more like the spiritual nudges, guidance, okay? If you have people who have passed on, that you are looking for messages for, or they were, your mentors, your guides, people that you really relied on, believed in, etc., then they would be showing up through these messages here, okay? You could consider this like your higher self chitty-chatting directly with you and source consciousness. Well, here's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Throughout this whole month, there's been this incredible theme for you around shadow work, around transforming your life, around paying attention to the wounds, the pain, the suffering, the challenges that have been really stopping you from manifesting that dream life of yours. If I was your bestie and we were sitting down having a little chitty chat together, chances are some of these things you would be saying to me would be, Shar, I'm feeling really stuck. Shar, I feel like I'm worthy of more, but I don't know how to get there. Shar, I don't know why I keep repeating the same patterns around money, around my relationships. I'm trying to take care of myself, Charlene, but I keep struggling, or these things keep showing up in my life and I don't know what these patterns are. And now you're at this place where you're like, I'm done. I'm done with the hardship. I'm done with the struggle. I'm done with the difficulties. Shar, I'm ready to move forward. And so the shadow work appears. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. And there's Raven showing up in your reading again. She has not been in every single sign's readings. So the fact that she's coming in 2 times, you have a big message for Leo, don't you, my angel girl? The 6 of Pentacles, the Moonchild card, and the Shadow Work card. These are additional cards in this deck. The Moonchild card tells me that you are so spiritually tuned in and tapped in, more than you could even possibly understand at this moment, or that you're willing to open up to. Maybe you're saying, well, Shar, I don't really know that I'm psychic. Shar, I don't really know that I'm intuitive. Shar, I really don't know how to trust my intuition. I'm like, are you sure I'm psychic? Are you sure I get messages from source? Yes, you do. The shadow work card tells me that there's a lot of shadow work that you need to do. There's a lot of work here around creating, cultivating, and restoring balance in your life with that 6 of Pentacles here. It almost makes me feel like this moment of introspection, this moment of self-reflection, this moment of transition where it feels like nothing is really happening at all in your life, or you're feeling stuck, is actually happening so that you can transform your life. So that you can finally get clear on what balance needs to be restored, so you can work on the shadow aspects. This is so much deeper than like the fluff. We're getting down to meat and potatoes, to the core, to the foundation, to the roots. Star bathing, surrender to the sweetness, and earth. The first card, Star Bathing, says light body crystal grid transmission activated. Yeah, you're very much being activated to move yourself into this new environment in your life. One where you experience more pleasure, more joy, and you can experience more sweetness. Maybe for a lot of you, it's been really hard lately, or it's felt very hard. No matter what you do, it seems like you can't catch a break. It's just feeling really challenging, or like you're continuously transforming or shifting or experiencing, these lessons. And Source is saying this is where you're learning how to be a human in this world, not of it. You're learning how to show up when life gets tough, right? And when it's time for you to really shift, transform, and transmute your energy to one of self-love, self-care, like the cat. I mean, you are the cat after all, right? And look at this, warrior woman, inner temple devotion, tune into the portal of your heart and don't dim your light to fit in. Talk about personal power, talk about self-confidence, talk about self-worth. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck, and actually in one of your weekly readings you got the card, the amulet from StarSea Jewels called Athena. StarSea Jewels is my jewelry line. It's where I create crystal amulets to help you manifest whatever you desire with ease. The warrior woman card to me is directly connected to all the warrior goddesses. And one of them is Athena and another is Venus. Warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? If you weren't afraid, Leo, how would you show up in this world? If you weren't afraid, Leo, how would you communicate? If you weren't afraid, what would be the way in which you speak, in which you show up, in which you own and command your power? Look at Raven. She's looking at, yeah, I saw that. You were looking at them hardcore. That was a message if I ever saw one. My goodness, my gosh. Okay, girlfriend. I think they got the message loud and clear. This card says inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. If you were to silence all the noise, the judgment, the criticism, the victim mindset, the stories, the fear, the anxiety, the worry, what would be the little voice inside of you saying? What would it say? What would the message be? It's time to let go of this story. It's time for us to stop living up to our parents' expectations of us. It's time for me to own my own power. It's time for me to do the hard work and stop expecting things to come effortlessly into my life when I'm unwilling to show up and do the work. It's time to get out of your own damn way. These are all the powerful messages that are coming through for you during this reading. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light to fit in? So if you're constantly thinking that you need to perform or show up, you kind of end up being like the, you know, the lion in the Lion King in The Wizard of Oz. Eventually, you don't even know who you are anymore because you're trying to perform, you're trying to show up, you're trying to act, you're trying to be all these things for all these people. But what about you? What about showing up for you? What about being unapologetic in the pursuit of what brings you joy, you peace, you ease, you bliss? And I'm hearing some of you say, but I don't even know what makes me happy anymore. That's part of aligning your life. That's part of gaining that clarity and that confidence, to trust yourself, to know what matters for you. And the only way to do that is to do the work, right? Learn about yourself. Be willing to put in the energy, the time, the work. If you don't do it, it's not going to happen. And that's the biggest message that's coming to you for the month of May and the month of June. If you want to book a session, you want to gain some clarity, some guidance, you need the Oracle Kitty here, Raven, to give you a message. It's all down in the description box below. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. I'm going to pop this video here to help you with manifesting your dream life. We will see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.